Okay, just a quick review. Single subjects match with single verbs, and plural subjects match with plural verbs. Singular subjects normally don't end in an S, but a singular verb does. Plural subjects usually end in an S, but a plural verb does not, because it fits like a perfect puzzle. We've also talked about if you have a prepositional phrase that gets stuck in the middle, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, and good job, Jeremiah, on your song. I was so proud of you. If you have one of those prepositional phrases, you need to ignore it, cross it out, and just match your verb to your subject and verb. Forget about those sneaky prepositional phrases. But also, if you have two or more subjects, like a compound subject, you're going to have a plural verb. If you have two or more subjects joined by and, you're going to have a plural verb. All right, so that's a review of subject and verb, and compound subjects go with a plural verb, and prepositional phrases, ignore them. You don't need those in your life. All right, now let's talk about sit and set and lie and lay. Sit means to rest or be seated. I will sit down or rest or be seated. And we have sit, sitting, sat, have sat. Okay, today I sit. I am sitting. Yesterday I sat. I have sat there for many years. That is sat, and that means to rest or be seated. Then you have set. Set is to put or place something. You are putting and placing something. If I said put the mic down, I'm saying take this and put it down. But I could use the word set. Set the microphone down because I'm putting something down. If I said lay the microphone down, I can also say that. Now remember, lie means to rest or recline, and lay is to put or place something. Lay means you have to put something. So if I said lay the microphone down, that would make sense. If I said you need to lie down, that's talking about you need to rest. So, sit is to rest or be seated, and lie is to rest or recline. And remember, set and lay can also go with put. And with set, you have set, setting, set, have set. With lie, you have, which means rest or recline, you have lie, lying, lay, have lain. So you could say, today I lie on the couch. I am lying on the couch. Yesterday I lay on the couch, and I have lain on the couch. Remember we said the difference between lain with an N, that's a nap. Laid is put. Okay, and then lay you have, which means to put or place, lay, laying, laid, have laid. Okay, and those are L-A-I-D. And that's the difference. Right now, I want you to take quiz 22. Quiz 22, do your best and select the right ones. Take quiz 22 and don't forget to post it. All right. Now, once you've taken quiz 22, we're going to learn our new concept today. And we have quite a few. I'm going to warn you. And you can see them right here. But I do enjoy these, okay? So, there's quite a few, so please give me your best attention as we're going to be going over these. Okay, number one. This is always a long lesson, I feel like, when I teach this one, so this might go long. I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, the first one is accept and accept. And I'm going to say accept and accept, but they're actually both pronounced as accept. All right, so accept with an A and accept with an E. Accept with an A means to receive or to agree to. If I said, I have a gift for you, all you need to do is accept it. This is a gift. This is an accept with an A. If we said you need to accept God's gift of eternal life, that would be with an A. Okay, this is an A with accept. Now we have accept with an E. This I'm going to put a little sad face because this means we're excluding something. All right, so if I said, oh, please accept this gift, that's with an A. And if I said, everyone is accepted, that's with an A. Now, if I say accept, it kind of means the opposite. And that's why I put a frowny face. Accept means excluding. If I said, you all get $100 except if you are in 4th grade. That's sad. That means that none of you would receive it because you're a 4th grader. And that is the worst sometimes when they'll say at a store, Steve, 25% off on anything except, that would be with its E, it's excluding this, all right? Now, of course, this could be good news if we said everybody is going to the principal's office except, that would be good at that point. But except means excluding, and it's a preposition. By, down, during, except, for, and from. This is the E, except. All right, so except means excluding. So if I said he accepted her invitation, that would be ACC. If I said everyone except Alex won a prize, that is E. All right, see, poor Alex. Now, the next one we have affect with the A and affect with the E. And like I said, I like to say affect and effect, but they're actually both pronounced affect. But I'm just trying to get you to distinguish which one. All right, affect with an A. This means, and this is one of the hardest ones, even people like in college and adults and different things, they have problems with these, especially this one. I found myself all through high school looking this one up, like, which one is it? But no one explained this to me. Affect, this effect means to influence something and act upon, and this is a verb. So I'm going to put a V for verb. And this means to influence. This effect, this is a noun, and this is a result or a consequence. So it kind of means a little bit of the same, but this effect is a noun. This effect is a verb. This one that's a verb means to influence or act upon. And then, because if I said the food you eat affects your body, this would be this one. It influences your body. It's being a verb. It's a verb. Now, if I said the effect of eating bad food is getting to your body, if I said the effect, then we would use E because it's a noun. So effect with an E is a noun, and a lot of times it will have the word the in front of it because it will say like the effect, and because it's a noun. And affect is a verb, okay? Now the next one, I know that one's hard. Beside and besides. Beside means by the side of, all right? So let's say this is Riley, okay? Next to Riley, beside Riley is always going to be Elijah, okay? Because she will be by her, right? Her little sister. So, beside Riley would be Elijah, which means she's right by the side of. If you have any brothers or sisters, you know that sometimes they will just follow you around and be right by your side. Maybe Olivia, your dog, Chewy, is it Chewy? Is always by your side. This is beside. Now, besides means in addition to. So I'll just put a plus to remind in addition to. If I said you will get $5 besides the other $10 that I owe you. This is in addition to. If maybe your parents said you will get extra tablet time besides the tablet time that you already have. So in addition to this, you also get this, which is pretty cool. Now, besides means in addition to. So it means also. Beside means by the side of. So if I said I sat beside or besides her at school, it would be I sat beside her at school because I'm by her side. If I said Jack has several books besides this one, it would be, it'd be besides. So it's saying in addition to those books, he also has some more. Now, between is only two. Okay, and among is three or more. All right, so two's company, three's a crowd. Two is between. If we have a secret, it's between you and me. It can only be two people. Between. Tween. Okay? Look at this. Between has the word tween. And you can remember it as, you can think of it as twin with an accent. He's my twin. Okay, so twin is two. And then among is a bunch. Among is three or more. Okay, so if I said Jared and I had $3, would it be between or among us? Well, it's just Jared and I. There's two. It's between us. Okay, and then if I said the sickness spread among the townspeople, the reason why I use among is because it's more than two. All right, now the next one, burst or bust. If I had a balloon, I think of what do I think of? This for some reason makes me think of Despicable Me, when the person, oh man, I'm gonna mess this up. I think he had an ice cream cone. It fell on the ground. He was upset about it. And then Gru hands him a balloon. And then the kid's happy for a second, and then he takes a pin and pops it. I think that's what it was. Well, this would be his balloon burst, okay? Boom, 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 boom. It burst. Do not use burst for bust, okay? So in this case, bust is a word. Bust is a word, but it doesn't work here. Okay, a bust is actually, if you're talking about like a statue that's like from here up, that's called a bust. Okay, or it's also has some other meanings, but this is it doesn't work with this. If we're talking about, oh my goodness, my arm just burst, it's not busted. Okay, if you said, oh no, the window busted, no, it's the window burst. Now listen, have and of. If you're going to say I would have or would of, it is not. I think what happens is we take the contraction would've, which is WOULD''VE, and we say would've meaning, and then we put of like OF. But it's not would've, it's actually would have. So this one we're going to cross out of because VE is not pronounced as, we don't say it as of, okay? It's could have, not could have. Does that make sense? I hope so. Should have is not should of, it's should have. Just be careful because it's a contraction, but that's the incorrect spelling. The next one is less and fewer. Less is going to be things that cannot be counted. And fewer, I'm going to put a 1, 2, 3 to remind us that we can count these things. So for example, water. Water, if you said, I drank less water than yesterday, I mean, you would use less, I'm telling you that, because you're saying I drank less. You cannot really measure droplets of water. If you can say, I ate fewer eggs, it would be, I ate fewer eggs because you can count eggs. Makes sense? So you can't count flour, you can't count milk, but you can count eggs, you can count... I guess you could count flour, but that would take you a very long time because it's all those little white grains. Okay, so that's so this one, like for example, she poured less milk into the second bowl because you're not really measuring milk droplets, and then she used fewer eggs. You can count eggs. Okay, The next one is off of or up, off of or off. If you said, "Oh my word, I fell off of my bike," you don't need that. You do not need of. You can just say, "I fell off my bike." Okay. You can't say, "We got off of the internet." You could just say, "I got off the internet." Does that make sense? Off is just fine by itself. The next one is to and. You're going to use to over and. It's not try and be good, it's try to be good. It's not try and remember my birthday, it's try to remember my birthday. The last one is wait on and wait for. Wait on means to serve, like a waiter. How may I help you? This is a wait on. He's got a tray, he's serving. Wait for means you are, wait for does not mean the same thing. So if I said, "I was waiting on you for hours," that is incorrect. Because I'm not saying, "Oh, and can I get you some more water?" And no, I'm saying, "I've been waiting for you." So if we said at the airport, Kyle waited for his sister a full hour, we'd have to say he waited for his sister. He didn't wait on her. He is not serving her. And then Dad waited on Mom when she was sick in bed. He is serving her. He's not going, "Get out of bed. Come on, I'm waiting for you." No, he's waiting on her. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you can remember this. Wait on, as a server puts things on his tray. I'll put the word on his tray. Literally. Okay, go to page 245, and we're going to go to page 245, think A. Circle the correct word. Is it Timothy could have or Timothy could of? Remember what we said. We don't like of, it's could have. So circle have. Timothy could have gone with us to the market. Next, number 2. A lonesome little house stood beside or besides the country road. The house stood beside, by the side of the country road. Number 3, I accept or accept your invitation. Is it accept with an A or with an E? It's accept with an A. I accept your invitation. We're not excluding. Number 4, beside or besides their 2 cars, the Johnsons also own a boat. This definition that they're asking for means, in addition to these, they also have this. So it would be besides with the S. Number 5, you should have or of finished your homework completely. We don't want the of, we want the have. You should have finished. Number 6, I almost said 7. A bitter tongue will affect your friendships with others. Is it affect with an E or affect with an A? Is it a verb or a noun? It's a verb, and it's saying it will influence your decisions, and so it's affect with an A. Okay, number 7, the quarrel between or among Evan and Daniel made the whole class feel bad. Daniel, just kidding. Evan and Daniel, there's 2, so it's between. Between is 2, tween, 2. God wants everyone to accept or accept Jesus as a Savior. Is it accept with an A or accept with an E? He wants us to receive his gift. It's with an A. He's not saying accept, no. Number 9, you should have or of. Anytime it has have or of, just circle have. We're not using of. It's not should have. It's you should have. Number 10, everyone except Sarah can go berry picking with us. Oh, poor Sarah. It's everyone except Sarah. E-X-C-E-P-T. Think B. Each of the following sentences contains a word or phrase used incorrectly. Underline the misused word or phrase. The speaker stepped off of the stage when he had finished. What is incorrect? Hopefully you said you are not supposed to have off of, so you should have underlined the word of. We don't need of. It's the speaker stepped off the stage. So remember we said don't use off of, just use off. Okay, next, try to pick the jar that has less jelly beans in it. Now, we did say try to, so that is actually correct. It's not try and, it's try to. But the incorrect is less. because less means you can't count them and fewer means you can. So underline less. You should say try to pick the jar that has fewer jelly beans in it. Okay, number 3. Beside the test on Wednesday, I have several reports due. You should have underlined beside because it should be besides. Like in addition to the test, I have more. Number 4. I got impatient waiting on Jack to get out of the dentist's office. Now, are you at the dentist's office going, here, Jack, can I get anything else for you? No! So underline on, it should be I waited for Jack. Number 5, one of the worms was divided between 2 hens, and the other worm was divided between 6 chicks. You should have underlined the between that was next to 6 chicks. Remember, tween is like a twin, which is 2, and 6 it would be among. So underline that between. Number 6, try and work harder, Chloe. Underline and. It shouldn't be try and. It should be try to work harder, Chloe. 7, the disease affected his tennis playing. Underline affected. It should be affected with an A because it's a verb. Number 8, when the balloon floated higher than the mountain, it busted. Underline busted. It should be burst. Number 9, the reward money was divided between the 3 rangers. Underline between. Between is like a twin, which is 2. Number 10, some people claim that World War II had less bad effects than World War I, but it's hard to say which was worse. It is less. Underline less, it should be fewer. Because if you're saying it had less bad effects, you can count the effects, so it would be fewer. All right, write C. On notebook paper, use each of these words correctly in a sentence. So I want you to do this just so you can practice these. So write 1 through 8 in a sentence, okay? And as you can combine some if you would like to have less sentences, but try to get those 8 words in a sentence, use them correctly, and have your mom or dad check those, okay, to make sure you're using the correct one. That's it for today. Don't forget to take your quiz 22 and add it to the Google Classroom. Love you. Have a great rest of your day.